Oh, I need like a... Have you got a chair? Cheers, man. Will it be off camera if it goes there? Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Cheers, man. That's a sort of intricate technical marvelry that goes on to set up ups and downs. Just a little platform for me to reach my script off when I forget. It's quite a lot of times, really. Hi, I'm Jack from WhatCulture.com. Interesting developments here on SmackDown Ups and Downs because, well, you'll never guess, but someone on Twitter actually came up with a good suggestion for once. At KirbyFrench95 has come up with a wonderful idea that we give SmackDown an automatic 1 in the down column for every week that JBL is still the colour commentator. And I think that's a wonderful idea because he just seems like such a just a bad person, just a bad man. I think we'll do that right now. Give it a 1 in the Downs column. Straight away, it's 1-0 to the Downs, unfortunately. Let's hope SmackDown can claw it back. I'm Jack from WhatCulture.com. I think I said that already. And this is SmackDown Live's Ups and Downs. We opened the show with Charlotte, of course, one of SmackDown's newest acquisitions from the Superstar shake-up, and she came out to challenge Naomi for a title shot, saying, "Why haven't I already been given a title shot, Naomi?" Which is fair enough, you know, Charlotte's really, really good in kayfabe and in real life. And then Naomi came out and she was, you know, standing her ground. Everyone played their roles to perfection, really good stuff. Then Shane McMahon came out and said, look, there's going to be a #1 contenders match later on in the night. If Charlotte wins, she gets a title shot in the future. All good stuff, all made sense. Everyone did the right thing. It's 1-1, 1-1 to 1-1. Now we get to the match that everyone's been talking about for the past few hours. It's lit up the office with discussion. If you don't know the result of it, then you'll see why imminently. First of all, I have to give a shout out to the match itself. I think the match itself is worthy of its own up. The action was really good, really well structured. Everyone, you know, clearly contributed ideas and thought, look, if we do this, that'll keep these people guessing and it'll all look good. There was a lot of desperation kickouts and other people breaking up other pinfalls, all that kind of good stuff. The competitors were Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, Jinder Mahal, Mojo Rawley. That was it. There was only 6. It was a 6-pack challenge. And it was a really good match. I enjoyed it a lot. That gets enough. Let's talk about the result for a second. So the winner of the match, for those who don't know, although I'm sure you must do by now if you've been on the internet at all, the winner of the match wasn't Mojo Rawley. It was the only other more ridiculous one, maybe apart from Eric Rowan, maybe. It was everyone's boy, Jinder Mahal. Yeah. Jinder was not hindered at all in this match. He actually won, scoring the pinfall on Sami Zayn, which is a big reason why I'm going to give this a down. I'm not too offended by the idea of a big heel underdog getting a massive unexpected victory in a multi-man, such a chaotic match when anyone could theoretically win. I do have a problem with him scoring a pinfall over Sami Zayn. Yes, he was helped out by the Bollywood boys, who are now his minions by virtue of, because they're all, because they're all Indian Americans. Or is Jinder Canadian? Jinder's actually Canadian, isn't he?
I have no idea.
I think he's Canadian. But anyway, I just have to give this a down. I'm not against the idea of an underdog winning. I am against him, you know, going over Sami Zayn so decisively. And also his post-match promo, which was worryingly close to Muhammad Hassan's promo. And it makes me wonder if they'll go down a similar route. Obviously, that was a woefully mishandled angle from about 10 or more years ago. I'm not implying that they're similar in any way. Muhammad Hassan was an Islamic American character who was actually Italian American. Jinder is an Indian American character who was obviously Canadian, I believe. But, you know, I don't want to suggest that WWE would see that as one and the same thing and try and push it as the same angle, but they totally would. They totally would do that. Next up, Charlotte beat Naomi in that match we talked about earlier to earn herself a shot at the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm going to give this a hesitant up because it didn't blow the roof off anything. It was okay. I couldn't help myself think while I was watching it. They've got some good ideas here, but it's not quite executed as crisply as specifically Asuka and Ember Moon at NXT TakeOver. Now, I understand that was a pay-per-view match. They've got more time and more freedom to do interesting and more challenging things. But in this match, there was a lot of things where I thought that might have sounded good on paper, and they're just not quite good enough together. The chemistry wasn't quite there to make it an excellent match. I'm still going to give it an up because the booking makes sense, and I like to see Charlotte immediately in the main event scene. But the developmental girls, man, they should be on the main roster so quickly. Asuka and Ember Moon, They are fantastic. Next up, the Shining Stars beat American Alpha in 3 minutes. It's down. Next up, the match that we'd all been waiting for, Kevin Owens versus Gary Gandhi. Local enhancement talent. And he was great. I loved him. I loved Gary Gandhi. Because Phil, I don't know if you saw this.
I did not.
So Kevin Owens came out and he's doing this thing called the Face of America Open Challenge. Because he's Canadian and he's the US champion. Everyone hates it. It's really good. And then he was like, and I'm Kevin Owens. Now say your name. And the guy went, Gary Gandhi. And then he pulled the mic away and he went, from Louisville, Kentucky. And everyone went, oh, shit. And then Owens beat him in like a minute. But he nearly botched, I don't know if you saw that, he nearly botched the powerbomb. Like Gary Gandhi didn't quite get enough elevation, he could have broke his neck. Thankfully Owens caught him, drove him down, it looked fine. I'm enjoying this Kevin Owens heel run. I hope he keeps the US Championship for a while. I want him to be in the main event scene, but I hope he keeps that for a while. I mean, obviously there's more established main eventers like, Jinder Mahal or whatever, but... And finally we had the main event, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. Again, another example of this sort of topsy-turvy SmackDown booking we've got at the minute. The US #1 contender is in the main event scene, while the WWE #1 contender match was on the undercard. Strange, I guess. It was an alright match. AJ beat Corbin with a phenomenal forearm into the crowd, and then he made it back in the ring before the countout. Yeah, it was fine. Kevin Owens was there at ringside on commentary, which made the match even more, like a little bit more bearable. And they had a nice little interaction where AJ accidentally knocked into Kevin Owens. He was furious because he's heel, and even though every time someone's on guest commentary and someone hits them, and it happens every single time, they're always surprised, aren't they? They're always like, I can't believe this happened to me. Yeah, it was an up. It was an up. It wasn't fireworks. It wasn't what we maybe are quite hoping for after the shake-up stacked SmackDown's roster so much, but it's a promising start. So yes, I think the ups have won. So that's all for this week on SmackDown Ups and Downs. Thank you very much for watching. We will continue to give SmackDown an automatic down every week that JBL remains on the commentary team, unfortunately, because I do like SmackDown, but you can't have JBL there. It's just common sense, guys. I've been Jack, as I said, and I'll see you soon.
Hello, I'm King Ross. I've been asked to shield some merch, but since I don't get a cut of my own merch, I'm having nothing to do with it. So here's Hobo Joe to do it for me. Shield that merch, take this microphone.
Hi, I'm Hobo Joe, and I've got some t-shirts. So we've got a Bullet Club one. It's Bullet Club, and the Young Bucks, nice and colourful there. You can get these signed at WCPW shows by all of your favourite wrestlers, and me, but you probably don't want that.
That one now.
Oh,
this one.
That's the Prestige. The World Cup, for our lovely World Cup. What else? We've got Cody Rhodes. And the last one.
Come on, I'll get help you.